If you've recently set boundaries, told the truth, or chose yourself, congratulations, you are probably a villain in someone else's story. Welcome, my beautiful warriors of love. Today we're going to talk about, it's a tarot reading, but we're also going to talk about it's okay to be a villain in someone else's story. This is a card that pulled, I randomly pulled these cards, and today we're going to talk about this, which is a big thing. And all of these readings come with insight from myself about this topic and from the cards as well. This is a big thing because we live our lives a lot on what people say about us and how they feel about us, and I can't say this because then I will become the villain, or you know what I'm saying, I just want to be a hero and a savior in everybody's lives. But that's not the reality, right? Like you become a villain when you say no to somebody who wants you to say yes. You know, you become the villain when you realize that you're fed up of being stepped on, you're fed up of being lied to, you're fed up of being like mistreated, you get fed up of all of it, right? And then you just finally stand up and you say, like, no, I'm not your doormat. This relationship is not about convenience. It's not about this anymore. It's about me standing in my truth. And you've heard this a lot, and we can talk about it's not about being a conspiracy theorist truther, right? This is about standing in your truth, which is what for you? Like, who are you? Like, why are we on this earth? It's to appease to everyone else around us, or it's to actually find out who we are, right? And unfortunately, being who we are sometimes becomes us being a villain in someone's story, because really we're just a mirror. It's very discombobulating for people, because so much of this life and so much of our daily life, our morals and values and everything is all set up by our parents, by society. And the minute it's not even going against it or turning your back on it. It's just like you saying, I don't feel comfortable with this. I don't feel comfortable with this, like, accepted truth of all the world. My truth doesn't feel like that. And the strength in becoming a villain in that person's story, I'm not saying that you're a villain, is that a true testament to who you are, like you standing in this power that you have. And it takes years, because we're the villain, just the word villain. You look at villain and you think about Disney, like evil witches, and you think about like, oh, it's a bad person already. Like I even want to just change the word villain, because being a villain is someone else's perception of you, right? They're transferring and reflecting their dislike of themselves to you, right? They're like, oh my gosh, she's standing in her truth. I can't do that. She's a crazy person. Or how dare you say you don't want to be in the relationship anymore? How dare you break up with me? How dare you, or like, I'm breaking up with you because you're the villain, because you don't like align with me. And like, this is ridiculous, right? There's no villains. There's no heroes either, right? There's none of that. All these are just made up archetypes. So this coming up, though, is huge for me, because this is a big thing that a lot of my clients will deal with on a regular basis, and then they adjust. And they adjust because they don't want to be that. They don't want to be the villain, because that's a bad thing. Instead of looking and saying, okay, I'm the villain in their story, but in like switching, like flipping the script and saying, oh, okay, unfortunately, they obviously are reflecting something like that they're not liking within me. And it's okay. I'm okay with it. We're okay with it? Good. Like you're talking to yourself, right, at this point? Keep it here. And let's just move into the cards. And like I will talk throughout this thing as well. What's coming up? The Hermit showed up as the overall energy, which spoke volumes to me, because the Hermit is all about, it's the sage. He's the wise one. Wisdom, you know, it's inner wisdom. It's like, it's truth. The Hermit, you know, he might look all like worn down and he looks like a peasant or whatever, or a monk. He could be looking like whatever he is because he's living in the cave. That's the whole symbolism of the card. But in that cave, he learned so much about himself. He learned that he was the villain, the savior, the hero, and the victim. And the victim, right? He learned that he's all them. It's not one or the other. And that's where society, and that's where we always find ourselves trapped in this, like, I am the hero, and it's like, no, man, you're everything. You can't be one. You can't be love only. I'm only love. No, you have to be hate, because we live in a polarized society. We live in a polarized world where everything is black, is dualistic, polarized, right? Love, hate, black, white. And if you're a follower of mine, you know I'm going to bring this up all the time, but it's true. It's something that has to be brought up all the time. So villain, hero, right? And accepting the fact that you are hated, you know, or someone is disgusted by you or whatever, just realize that it's a mirror. They just hate themselves, or they hate something about you that they don't like within themselves, and it could be in their present moment, it could be something in their, and the Hermit is saying this to you right now. So like, let's just get to the reading. So I'm feeling right now is that some of you are being asked to sit in that cave of yours, to meet yourselves again, and ask yourselves, is it okay that I am the villain? Can you do that? Right? The card that we got was give your inner critique a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. Which is like, being kind to yourself is because you're loving yourself. Like, stop getting upset at yourself that someone doesn't like you. The inevitability of someone not liking you is high in this world, because we're not all meant to, like, it's not like we are one, but we are all like fragments of this one. So we're not all aligned. Even though everyone thinks that it's an alignment, to me, the way I see it, it's like a mosaic of a one, right? But there's a lot of different pockets. And like it or not, these pockets also have been opened and destroyed, and there's seams in it, and there's zippers, and there's whatever. So there's a lot of other like factors at play here, where not everyone has to like me, and not I don't have to like everyone else. Like, and it's not about not liking them. It's just, if I'm not aligned, so okay, like, just come to terms with that and say okay. But the human makes things dramatic. It's like, oh, I can't believe it that they're not. I poured so much energy and time into this relationship or into this job, and they turn around, they fire me, or they break up with me, or they cheat on me, or they lie to me. But it's like, okay. And what do? You remain as the victim within this, and you know, okay, I'm going to still stay in it though. No, man. Right? You become the villain at the moment if you need to be. Because being the villain is owning your truth. And being a villain is not being mean, it's not being a bitch or being a bastard, it's not being those things. It's being true to you. And being okay with reprising that role, you know, taking that on that role over and over again. Right? Because eventually those roles like will just dissolve. Because eventually you would think the humans that are seeing you as that in their story, in their narrative, will start to see the light on their own. They may never come to you and say, oh, I apologize, I'm sorry, or they may never do that. And you have to be okay with that. The Hermit is okay with that. So this is interesting. It's becoming Let's Talk. So let's I don't think I need this. Let's look at all the other cards before I continue talking. All right. Woo! Look at these cards. Okay. So some of you here are carrying a lot of blame and shame. And you're like, you want to see the cards? I'll show them to you. We have the Ten of Wands. The Hermit is a Virgo energy. The Ten of Wands is a Sagittarius energy. Look at him. He's carrying on these heavy burdens. But it's a 10 card. So it's like the end of it. You know, the Hermit is like, yes, finally. I'm gonna pull out all the cards. So you see this, the 9 of Swords. Again, mental energy. Wow, interesting. At the end of it, but not quite to the 10 yet. And then we have the 5 of Swords, which is like revenge. So let's look at this very closely. Okay, let's do this. Oh my god. I had to stop the video because I like had a mental breakdown because of these cards. Anyways. Oh my god. Okay. So we have a lot of heavy energy showing up here. But the energy is like 10, 9, right? And 5, which is a do or die kind of energy, an extreme energy. So what I'm seeing here, and I'll bring it up close to you, is, this is our overall energy. And let's put the overall energy where it is supposed to be and put the villain card here, right? The 10 of Wands here, you see him carrying this heavy load of emotions with him, right? Because when you are a villain in someone else's story, you're definitely carrying all of their emotions as well as yours, because you're in that in between. You're in that, oh my God, like the 9 of Swords kind of explains it all, because look, she's in bed and she's sitting up and she's nervous and she's worried and she's anxious and she's like, oh my God, what do they think about me? And if I make this decision, it will affect everyone, and I can't really choose for me, and I'm going to choose for them. I will never, if many of you know, I will never talk about your children are, if your parents here, your children are your lifeline. Your choices you make for your children is a totally different situation here. I understand it. It's like a deeper thing. It's the choices you make for your partners and your friends and your family and in career is like a different thing. I know it's all the same, but children is like your branches of your tree, right? So they are obviously, if you have to make choices with your children here too, it makes sense, right? It's like you still play and let's be real. Actually, let me change that up, because you are the villain in your children's stories. All of you parents out there, right? How many times have we been villains in our family? Yeah, I can count. I don't have enough fingers and toes or any extended limbs on my body to say how many times I've been a villain. So, and it's only because of this inner sense of being, this inner truth, this you choosing like the way you want to live. I want to live remote. I want to live secluded. I want to live in a community. I want to, however you want to live. It's like the choices that you make for your life are yours and yours alone. And that's why I said children, like you obviously you have to choose your children when they're young, right? It's like they're on. But after that, it changes, right? As they go into adulthood. So I'm not talking only about kids, but I just wanted to bring that up. But this is like a big thing here, because the Five of Swords to me speaks of vengefulness and revenge. And like, I am the winner, but because I stole and I killed people. That's what he's showing you. It's like, I won out of deceit. I betrayed people. And the fact that it's showing here, it means that there's this energy is very alive within you guys. So you're feeling this like this sense of always aligning or always saying yes, so you don't cause any of this. But deep down you feel this like you're like, oh my God, it's like revenge. You know how many of you have, like, we've all done it. We've all like plotted in our minds, like, you know, like we've all imagined these like murder scenes, you know. He's like, oh, yeah, you know, let me take you to the top of the cliff right now. Kind of, we plotted in our minds, but we have to be careful what we're plotting in our minds, right? Because, you know, things can come to fruition. That's why it's just better not to plot in your mind and not to come up with scenarios in your mind. It's better to just own it, your truth, your belief system, your path. Choose the journey that no one's going to understand. It's fine. You've been carrying like way too much here, whoever is here watching this. You're carrying everybody else's like conditions and rules and regulations. like at one point in our lives, we just can't anymore. And that's when you truly become a villain, right? Because then that's when you lose it. Like, and I'm not saying that's wrong either. I'm just saying that it's that reaction, you know, instead of the response, you know, like I always say, be careful. Like, reactions are usually just it's very emotional. Response is like you sat down and you thought about it and you say, okay, I'm not going to waste my energy on this person. Or I am, but I'm going to be calmer about it. But here's like a very interesting energy. I feel like the fact that here is like your inner critique, you're consistent sabotaging yourself only because you're wanting to appease to someone else. And the Hermit is like, absolutely not. It's time to, like, whatever situation you're in, it's not, I never want to tell people like, oh yeah, you just break it up or whatever. It's not about that. But it's about like literally looking at yourself and saying, or sitting in that cave, which means like sitting in your room, going to the park, like taking those moments just for you. Not for, oh my God, I have to go pick up the kids, I have to go do this. None of that. Like, cancel, clear, delete that shit out of your mind. And just sit and say, okay, what is it I want? Like, where do I want to be in my life? Do I want to be constantly fighting with my partner all the time? Do I want to be working 9 to 5 and hating my job all the time? No. But then your mind, your ego will come in and say, oh, who do you think you are? Like, you can't do anything. But you know, if you follow me, you know that you can do everything. Everything. Everything is at your disposal, people. The mind will always bring you down. Will always make you the villain. Always will make you the villain and the victim. It will also make you the hero and the savior, which everyone thinks is so great, but it's not, because these are just like, again, archetypes. They're just like roles that you play. You're just love and your truth and you're authentic. You're just light, right? You're just nothing. You're really nothing, actually, on this planet, right? You know, if like I told this to a client, I said, can you be okay with being unimportant? What do you mean? I'm important. Like, no, I'm not important. You're not important. Let's just live life without all this like need for validation and approval. And if someone calls you a villain, you'll be like, okay, so be it. You know, because the only reason that you get upset is your ego. It's like, oh no, I gotta prove, but you have nothing to prove here. You are powerful. You are light. You're a freaking hermit. You know, you are an empress, an emperor. You are whatever it is that you want. Again, another archetype, right? It's like the human needs a label. But you're enough. Can you be okay with you? Can you be okay with the villain story? Because all of it is projection. It's not on you. And you carrying on other people's things because you can't talk. And if you're walking on eggshells within a relationship or a friendship or familyship, then that's something that needs to come up to light. Because you don't want to be in this place where you are acting on revenge. You don't want to be on that place. So I want to see what the cards, I forgot what I pulled. Ooh, interesting. Raw, which is that raw, and fall apart on purpose. I mean, that's like, these two are exactly, the raw is getting real. It's getting like, you know, the real part of us is ugly and uncomfortable. And we always like shove it away. Oh, no, I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm like, you are that. Own it. Own the anger inside you. Own the hate that's riling up inside. Own it all. Like, why do we have to reject it? Come see my rejection video. We keep rejecting that. Because this is who you are. And if you're a villain in someone's story, let's find a way together to be okay with that. Right? That's like the raw is the unlayering of you, of all these labels that you have put yourself. Oh, but she's such a kind person. She's such a nice person. Oh, she's like this. And it's like, okay. Or she's a bitch, or she's unfiltered. And okay. Like, okay. But those, again, are your projections onto me. Being raw is owning your truth. And falling apart on purpose is exactly what we're doing here, peoples. Like, this is what I'm doing with my Divine Chaos series. It's like moving into chaos is falling apart on purpose. It's openly accepting that I'm a villain, and openly accepting that I am a victim as well, and that I'm a savior, and all of these things. Saying, okay, that's me unlayering to become raw again. Wow, that's really deep. All right. This is where I leave you. This was very poignant. This is really something that might trigger you. I'm sure it will, some of you, but hopefully it'll help you. It'll help you become true to you, because it's you that matters. Right? I always say that to people. I said, focus on you and your children, if you have children. Otherwise, everyone else is secondary to you. Even your mother and your father and your partner and everything. When you focus on you and can you put all that love into you, trust me, the relationships that are attached to you will like be empowered. But if we're always like hating on each other, la 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 la, it's like, right? So, can you be okay to be a villain? Can you be okay to be a victim? Can you be okay to be the hero and the savior? Can you be okay to be you that is not loved by everybody? That's a big one. All right, I leave you here. I'll come back with more insightful things. Go check out my rejection video. I also have a love and shift video out, and also lots of signs, so go check that out too. I love you, and please like, comment, share, subscribe as usual. And I gotta say that. I don't gotta say that, but I'm saying it anyways. And join my Ko-fi membership if you want monthly tarot readings. My subscriptions start at $11 up until higher ones, but those are longer duration videos. So it's personalized videos, and also that's it. I love you. Check out my notebooks on Amazon. I got so many things going on. Check out my website. I love you. Bye. Bye. What the hell is that? Love you. Bye. I don't say that. What the hell is that? Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye.